Morning, everyone.
Morning. Can you hear me loud and clear?
It is. We could hear you. However, yesterday was better.
Can you hear me now? Is it a matter of where I stand?
This one is way better. This one is way better.
So it's a matter of where.
It is. It is. The closer to you to the Logitech, it is the better.
Okay. Thank you, Pa.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pa Michael. Okay.
Good morning, Bu.
Thank you, Pa.
Good morning, everyone.
Just getting everyone warm up before your session. So the major highlight for today is Pa Michael's session. I'm just warming you guys up. And then we have also Jonathan, Zinedine, Maria, Adinda. Good morning, Adinda.
Morning, ma'am.
Morning,
Yes.
Lopez, are you somehow related to Jennifer Lopez?
Unfortunately, no, miss.
Too bad. Morning, Octavia. Okay, who else? Let's go to the second screen. And that is the second screen. But who haven't we say hi yet? Lovando. No.
Morning, Miss.
How are you, my love?
A bit sleepy, Miss.
Sleepy? Okay. We don't know the weather outside, but hopefully it's pretty sunny. Because I live in Bogor. When I go back home, yesterday it was really raining hard. So hopefully we will have a good day for today. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for those who's coming here on site and for those who are joining via online on Zoom. So welcome to the second day of the freshman year program. Again, you are with me, Rain. You can call me Miss Rain. As I said, I will be doing a warm up before you will get to know even more in-depth understanding of. So this is just a guidance before you start learning more about data analysis, business data analysis. So now I'm just kind of like a refreshing session, because I'm sure everyone already know MS Excel, right? Microsoft Excel. So who is here haven't even once throughout their teenage year opened the Microsoft Excel application? Is there anyone? No? Okay. Okay, yeah. So most of you are familiar. So let's just go through the refresher session. Yeah. You see my screen ya? Oke. Karena tiga-tiganya muncul di sama ya? Oke Pak, benar Pak. It's a bit confusing Pak. Kemarin kan yang sana cuma ya
Top right. Yes.
Ini monitornya Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so let's get started. I hope I already put the, hold on a second now, let me stop share again. Just to make sure that I have clicked on everything right. There we go. Nice. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're gonna start off with talking more about MS Excel and how our future can be more brighter using this application, using the software. In case you haven't known that MS Excel is not only for, you know, calculating or putting everything onto the table, right? Can you share your experience? What have you done anything outside of that using Excel
Bro.
to draw? Wow, you can actually do it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Just a simple like stigma.
Okay, then you should be standing up here and teaching us as well then.
Get up there.
And then, how about anyone else in the Zoom class? Would you like to share your experience? Did you do anything interesting? Using Excel?
Well, there was this one time we tried layouting. You know how when you lay out a newspaper, instead of using InDesign or Photoshop, because we don't have the money.
Okay, that's interesting. How did you do that?
Well, in Excel, it's very easy to copy paste and then like put things into cells. So we just took advantage of that. Other than that, there was also this one time when I was in elementary where the teachers would make me do their grade sheets.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And you can share your experience later on and teach us how to do those interesting stuff then.
I'll
That's
see if I remember, miss.
It's really useful doing all that. Yeah, so actually it's there are many projects that we can go beyond using Excel, but we're not going to go that far. I'm not an actual Excel expert as well myself, so we are going to learn this together. Okay. So these are actually some of the Excel projects that you can do. You can actually make a Sudoku solver and generator using Excel. I don't know, maybe some of you have even already tried it before. And then you can also make a traditional slide puzzle. So you use a combination of macros as well. So you can actually, if you are game lovers, most of the youngsters generation loves to play online game nowadays, right? So instead of just playing them, think about developing them and then selling them at the end, right? You can also make drawings like what Rian said, making a grumpy cat in Excel. You can change it to any other grumpy things. Or you can also make some kind of other game such as this working flight simulator. Or you can also make GIFs so you can move, right? So this is just to open your ideas, I know everyone is creative. Sometimes they just need a trigger or someone reminding them to go and make the best out of those creativity. Or you can also make some kind of, like an online game or. Right, so those are just samples on what you can do. And then you can also you can use the auto shape feature in Excel. This allows user to embed a custom shape objects into the spreadsheet. Is this the one that you used, Pian? Did you use this when you put the drawings?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
What we did was like pixel stuff where you fill in the cells.
Okay, so he creates all drawings using, so I think we are also not that aware that we can actually put many edits or any other features that is not there yet, but we need to actually activate it, but we can actually use it in Excel. Because this is something, so from here, yeah, it became this. This is the end result of the previous one. So using those outer shape, you can actually create this picture here. This was actually created by this 73-year-old guy. He uses this popular spreadsheet programs from Excel to draw this Japanese motif. So all this he created from Excel using that auto shape features. Right. Okay. So as I said, today we're just going to go through the refresher topics. As most of you are perhaps are more expert already in Excel, so we don't have any trouble, hopefully, remembering any of this. So let's just go through the basic, the chart, the formula. So we're not going to be doing that, but that I hope can lead you on doing that later on. All right, so as we know, we have the spreadsheets, right? So can anyone tell me the difference between a spreadsheet and a workbook?
The document itself, but,
Uh-huh.
you can add a lot of spreadsheet with the workbook.
Exactly. So you can see here, these are the sheets, right? And then the whole document is actually called the workbook. But the sheet is just the one page, the one sheet when you're working with, and then you can combine it together. So, and then of course you have the column, and then you have the numbers. So the exact numbers are this amount, and the exact column is this amount. So if one day you cannot sleep, just open up your laptop, try counting that, make sure whether that's the right number or not. Okay, so everything on the side is letter, and on the row side are all numbers, yeah? So yes, so that was the sheet, and the whole thing, so if you combine all the sheet together, when you add, it becomes the workbook. So that's the whole collection of cells, the collection of sheets, that's when you get the workbook. Okay. Okay, my pointer is not working, so go manually. Okay, so of course, it's automatically, so if you just put numbers and then if you just put, let's say you put 3 and then you put 6, so it's an additional of 3, right? If you drag it, it goes directly. Yeah, you know that, right? Or if you put 1, 2, and then you drag it all down, it's going to add directly. So you don't have to do it manually, 1, 2, 3, or 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 9, or 5, 10, 15. Actually, I need to show this to my son, my 3rd years old, so he knows 3rd grade, so he knows how to count better. And then there's also text, numbers, adding format, currency, percentage. So you just need to select the cells that you want to format. And then you pick the number format. Okay, so, and it doesn't only work with numbers, right? It also works with days. So if you put like Monday here and then you drag it all the way, it shows directly the day. So you don't have to do, so this is actually, helps your life even better. It makes your life easier because you don't have to do anything manually. You can just drag it there. And then of course, inserting, deleting, formatting cells, you know, all that. And then you can also select which data or which numbers that you want to see. You can freeze it, or you can split it if you want to see more than two tables, right? You can just split it so you can see it directly there, or you can just freeze whichever page or freeze whichever column that you want, and then you get to try all this later on. And then you insert the row, the column, right? So these are just the basic stuff we're going through now. And then there's also the ability of sorting and filtering. So you can sort whichever data that you want to sort, or you can filter, let's say, if you are selecting students with this location or students that are located here, and then you can just sort it out. So it really easier your life. And then you can also add chart, graph to it. And then the data source, this is the range that contains the data that you want to display, right? You can just put or take it from another different file where you want the data series, the name, the values, and also the categories. When on the chart, you can also embed the chart from someplace else. So by default, it's inserted as an embedded chart, but you can also place this on the sheet. Then you can, you can do however you want the chart to look like according to how you like it. Okay, and then formatting your chart, you can select on top from the file. You can just add which type. It's usually there's a template there where you can use, and then later on you can also customize it based on your need. So in each of in each cell, there may be the following data types. There's the label, the number, or you can also add formulas, right? Are you guys familiar using formulas in Excel? Yes, okay, great. You won't have so much trouble then. Just remember, whenever you're using formula, you have to put an equal sign in order for that to actually function the formula. So these are just samples of formulas that you can use. If you want multiplication or division, you can just use the call reference like A1 times B1. So the column A1 times the column B1, you'll get the amount at the end. Or you can directly put the number there, or you can combine the column with the actual number that you wanted to. You want to have the amount at the end. So these are all the multiplication, divide, add, subtract, right? So if you At this times this, you'll get that answer if you use this. So these are just the basic formula that you need to remember when you want to do the simple calculation using Excel. So you don't really have to, open up another calculator right beside you. Okay, so let's check out some of this formula.
Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.
You may already have some experience creating simple formulas that have only one type of operation. But sometimes you have to create more complex formulas that do have more than one operator, for example, addition and multiplication. To do this correctly, you'll need to understand how Excel is calculating the answer. When solving formulas, Excel uses a set of rules called the order of operations, which you might remember from math class. The order of operations determines the order in which the formula will be calculated, so you know exactly how to write it out. The first thing that's calculated are any equations in parentheses. Then, if you have any exponents, you'll calculate those. Next is multiplication and division. And finally, addition and subtraction. Excel knows to use the order of operations whenever it calculates a complex formula. It's important that you remember it so you can create formulas that'll give you the correct answer. To remember the order, you can just use the acronym PEMDAS. Or to make it even easier, remember the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." Let's take a closer look at some examples. In this formula, 5 plus 2 is in parentheses. So we'll calculate that first to get 7, and then we can just multiply 3 times 7 to get 21. This formula contains an exponent, 3 to the power of 2. We'll need to calculate that first, and then we can do the addition. If you have multiplication or division, that'll come next. Here we multiply 2 times 4 to get 8. And 9 minus 8 equals 1. Now multiplication and division are considered to be on the same level. That means if you have both of them in your formula, they're calculated from left to right. In this example, we'll do the division first, and then the multiplication. If we wanted the multiplication to happen first, we could just put it in parentheses, or we could rearrange the formula so the multiplication was on the left. Finally, we have addition and subtraction. Just like multiplication and division, these are on the same level, so we'll calculate them from left to right. Okay, now let's put them all together. This formula may look really complicated, but we're just going to go step by step through the order of operations, and you'll see that it's really not that bad. We'll start with the parentheses. We'll calculate each of these to get 2 and 3. And as you can see, the formula's already starting to look a bit simpler. Next, we'll look to see if there are any exponents in this formula. There is one, 2 to the second power. When we calculate it, it becomes 4. Next, we'll do the multiplication and division, going from left to right. And now all that's left is addition. And that gives us our answer, which is 8.75. And that's the same answer Excel would give you if you entered that formula in your worksheet. Now I'm going to show you why it's so important that you follow the order of operations every time. If you don't, your formulas won't give you the correct answer. In this example, I'd like to add these 3 values and find out how much the sales tax will be. I'll start by typing the equal sign, which is how you always start a formula. Then I'll calculate D3 plus D4 plus D5. Next, I'll multiply by 0.075, which is the tax rate at 7.5%. Now, this may look like it's going to give us the correct answer, but it's not. That's because we didn't follow the order of operations. Remember, multiplication comes before addition, so Excel is going to multiply D5 by 0.075 first. Then it'll add D3 and D4, which isn't what we want. We want these 3 values to be added first. So to do that, we just need to put them in parentheses. Parentheses are often the best way of controlling which parts of the formula are calculated first. And when this formula is calculated, we can see that the answer is $20.56. Writing complex formulas really isn't that difficult once you know how they work. Just remember to use the order of operations and you'll get the correct answer every time.
All right, so PEMDAS, yeah, that's you have to remember. So if you want to get the right answer using the formula, so of course it's really simple. You can just put any type of formula there. But if you do it the way how it's the PEMDAS, the order, it can just directly use how the first order it is. So sometimes it's not how you want the result to be. So that's really important for you to remember when you're creating your formula. And then there's also this absolute and relative reference. So by default, all the cell reference are relative reference. So when you copy across the multiple cells, they change based on the relative position of the rows in the column. So let's say if you copy the formula A1 and AB to row 1 and 2, then the formula will become A2 and B2. So it's not going to be the same unless if you put the dollar sign, right? So relative reference are especially convenient when you need to repeat the same calculation across multiple rows and columns. So you don't need to keep on copying it. Hold on a second. I need to ask for the battery. Asking for a laptop, the charger to the laptop because I'm not using mine. Right, so, but if you want, before it was the, what do you call it again? Relative reference, right? And then there's also another one, an absolute reference, which is a dollar sign, right? So if you don't want to copy the same formula, if you don't want to copy, so if you want to copy, but you don't want that to change in a different cell, right? You need to put the dollar sign in each of the, like this. So if you put it like this, before the column and before the row, then it will not change when it's copied. So if you put it only on top of only before the row, then the row will not get copied. If you put it only before the column, so then the column will not get copied, right? So this is also something that is useful for you to remember. And then there's also a conditional formatting, where you can, here, you can make a condition if you want to only format. So there are the rule type, where you can only format the cells contain less than 50 or no. So you actually decide the rules here for you to make a conditional formatting. Okay, and in addition to formula, there's also functions. So the formula is what you get when you want to calculate something. A function is similar with the formula. It's a predefined formula, which is already there. So you don't have to memorize it yourself, right? So you can just use what is there. So that's the thing about using a software or an application. Make the most of it. Check out all the features, all the functionality. So you don't really have to work it out yourself by yourself, but you can also only just use the functions. So when you enter the function, of course, you select this fx. So not this building fx, but that function fx. And then when you click that fx, then this will show up, and then you just select whichever function that you want to use, the sum or the, sorry. The sum or the average, convert, type, all that. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I need to colokin the laptops supaya kids nggak mati. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so that's function there. So when you're entering the function here, right, you can also see it here, and then you just click that and then you select. So this is just the same thing actually. And then you also, so when you're actually doing this, you can also try it on. So this is one of the functions that you can also try, selecting the average. So you select which column or which row that you want to select the average. This is very useful when you're trying to, when especially for lecturers or for teachers, they want to get the average of the scores of the student. Okay. So these are just the basic Excel functions that you can also look at.
Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.
Functions are a great time-saving option for calculating data in your worksheet. They can be used in place of formulas when a formula would be too long or just too complicated to write out manually. To access the function library, go to the Formulas tab on the ribbon. Here you'll find hundreds of functions to choose from. They've all been organized into categories to make them easier to find. For example, under Financial, you'll find functions that deal with things like interest and monthly payments. Under Text, you can perform text manipulations, like converting lowercase to uppercase, replacing text, and more. Date and Time includes functions that return the current date, time, day of the week, and other useful data. Some of the most common functions are pretty simple though, like sum and average. You can access these using the drop-down arrow under AutoSum. In this example, I'd like to add these 10 cells to calculate the total. If I tried to create a formula for that, I'd have to add each cell individually. Not only would that be tedious, it would also make the formula really long, especially if I had, say, 100 cells that I wanted to add. So instead of creating a formula, I'm going to use a function. First, select the cell where you want the answer to appear. Then choose a function. In our case, we'll open the AutoSum menu, and then choose Sum. Now Excel has inserted the function and also selected the cells that are being added together. If it selects the wrong cells, you can always change that by dragging the corner handles here. When you're done, press Enter on your keyboard, and the answer will appear. Let's look at this function in a little more detail. Just like formulas, functions always start with an equal sign. But you may have noticed that there are no mathematical operators, such as addition or subtraction, like you would normally see in a formula. Instead, functions use a specific syntax that includes the name of the function, followed by one or more arguments in parentheses. The arguments tell the function which cells or numbers to use when calculating the result. In this example, we only have one argument, even though there are two different cell references. This is called a range of cells, or a cell range. A cell range is represented by two different cell references with a colon in between. In this case, the range consists of all the cells between D3 and D12. If you want to use more than one argument, you'll need to separate each one with a comma. Let's try a different function now. In this example, we have a column for the date that each item was ordered and the date that it was received. What I'd like to know is how many business days it took for each item to be delivered. First, select the cell where you want the function to go. Then choose a function if you know what category it's in. If you don't, you can try searching for it instead. Just click the Insert Function command on the far left of the ribbon. Searching for functions can be tricky, but for more experienced users, this can be an extremely useful tool. Just type a description of the function you're looking for. I'm looking for something that'll count the number of days that have elapsed, so I'll type count days and then press enter. We've gotten a lot of different results here. To learn more about a function, just click the name, and a description will appear below. The function called net workdays returns the number of workdays between two dates, and that's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to click OK, and another dialog box will appear. There will be separate fields for each argument in the function. This function has up to 3 arguments: start date, end date, and holidays. When you click a field, you'll see a description of it below. And if you need more help, you can click the link that says Help on this function. For the start date, I'm going to select cell E3. And for the end date, I'll select F3. We know the holidays argument is optional because it's not in bold, so I'm going to leave that one blank. Before you continue, you can check the result of the function here. When you're ready, click OK, and the function will be added to the worksheet. Just like with formulas, you can copy the function using the fill handle here. And now we can see the number of business days it took for each item to be delivered. If you've never used functions before, the syntax may seem a little strange at first. But with some practice, you're bound to get the hang of it, and soon you'll be using your favorite functions over and over.
Right, so those are samples of functions. And then there's also another feature that you can also make use, the true false if function. So if you want to make your own formula, so if something is true, then do something, otherwise do something else. So this is it can have a true result, whether the answer of the first result should be true or the second of your comparison is false. So then you use this true and false or the if function, right? So let's say if A is equals B, if the same cells contains the same value, then it's true. But if the cells contains different value, then it's false. So you can also make use of this function. There's also other examples using involving operation, right? So these are how you can do it in an expression way or how you can do it in a formula way. Then it can show you the same result, whether it's true or it's false. Yeah. Okay, we know how to use this, right? Do you want to display? Okay, simple, right? And then you can also do a goal seek. So if you know the result of the calculation, but you don't know either of the values. So this is the example. If you know that if 7 times something is 56, but you want to know what time something is 56. So you want to find the goal seek. So you can also do it using this. So let's just see the video on how to do that. Okay, this is a simple tutorial, so someone will be talking. Or not. Okay, this is a silent, simple video then. Okay, so you want to see the goal. If you want to see, the goal is 1726. So what do you need to type here if you want to get that answer? How do you do that? So you can use this function, the goal seek. So that's not quite right. So the function is over there, the what analysis, what if analysis, and then you put the goal seek. So you put the cell, you put the value. The value is what, so that's the goal, 1723 there. And then you want to put it there. Okay, then it directly answers it. Okay, so that's also one of the features that you can use in Excel, the goal seek. And then there's also this VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, vertical lookup. This is also an Excel function to look up and retrieve the data from a specific column. This supports approximate and exact matching in wildcards for partial matches. So the V stands for vertical. The lookup values must appear in the first column of the table and will look up columns to the right. So how do you use this? Check this.
Hello, I'm going to show you how to use a VLOOKUP function. So over here we have a list of students and the grade they got for their first test. So all we need to find now is their letter grade. So over here I made a table that will VLOOKUP will reference to. So we have the grades over here and their corresponding letter grades. Now VLOOKUP function it only works if you have the grades in increasing order, so from 0 to 90. If you start it in decreasing order, so from 90 to 0, VLOOKUP function will not work. So over here, let's get started. Let's type equal VLOOKUP, hit tab, and here's the lookup value that we're looking for, and here is the table array. I'm going to reference this table, and hit a comma, and we're looking for the values in column number 2. So in our little table, here's the first column, here's the second column, so we're looking for the values in this column, so we're going to hit 2. Now close parentheses, hit enter. So I purposely did a mistake because it can happen. So over here the values are not available because it's they aren't referencing in the table properly. So you see how this shifted downwards? Well, that's the problem. So basically same for here, it's actually like completely outside of the table. So what we need to do to fix that is actually lock the cells. So over here what you want to do is put a $sign right over here in front of the row and in front of the column. And over here, if you just hit F4, it'll do it for you. Now what it does is basically here I'm locking the column B and I'm locking row 12. So I'm locking this cell and I'm also locking the cells column number letter C and row number 16. So now if I drag this down, it'll work properly. There you go. Also, I just want to show you a shortcut. So if you, instead of dragging it down, if you just double click here, it'll do it for you. It'll go down all the way to wherever the last number is. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so that's a vertical lookup. Yes. Mm-hmm.
If it's in descending order, then we drag it from bottom to top.
As long as you put it, you set it the value first. So only from this to here. And then there's also creating a chart from the pivot table. Insert pivot chart bar, right click. So these are just the ways of to do it. So what is a pivot? Pivot table. Pivot table. Do you guys watch Friends? No, yeah, it's not your generation. You watch it? You remember that scene when Ross said, pivot, pivot? You know, he wants to bring this huge sofa over the ladder, tangga, yeah, over the stairs, and then he needs to move it. Just so when I hear this word pivot, that scene comes to my mind.
Highlight the cell where you'd like to create the pivot table. In this, a pivot table is a tool in Excel that allows you to quickly summarize data in your spreadsheet. To illustrate how to create a pivot table, let's look at a simple example. Here we have a table of data containing order information. Let's use a pivot table to summarize this information and display the total quantity for each order. To get started, highlight the cell where you'd like to create the pivot table. In this example, we've selected cell A1 on sheet 2. Next, select the Insert tab from the toolbar at the top of the screen. In the Tables group, click on the Pivot Table button. A window called Create Pivot Table should appear. Select the range of data for the pivot table. In this example, we'll select cells A1 to F16 in sheet 1. This will be the source of data for the pivot table. Now click on the OK button. A blank pivot table should now appear on sheet 2 of your spreadsheet. Next, we will choose the fields to add to the pivot table. To add order ID and quantity, select the checkboxes next to these fields. By default, these fields are added to the pivot table as summed values. Since we would rather see each order ID individually as a row in our pivot table, we will drag Sum of Order ID from the Values section to the Rows section. Now each order ID is displayed as a row in the pivot table. However, Excel has defaulted the title in cell A1 to say Row Labels. Let's change the title to something more meaningful, such as Order ID. Our pivot table now shows all of the order information summarized. We can see the order ID values displayed in rows, with the total quantity for each order. This completes our example of how to create a pivot table in Excel. If you would like to see more examples, or would like to download the sample data we use for this tutorial, please visit our website at techonthenet.com.
So basically, you can just, summarize it, what you have on the first sheet, and then you can select whatever you want to select on the second sheet using this pivot table. Yeah, so it's kind of like sorting out what you want to select. You want to filter the information. That will be useful when later on you're working with, I don't know, let's say logistics, procurement, where you have all the stocks, right? And then you want to have them, instead of writing it down manually, then you can have it, you can build it onto this. Okay, so let's try. So please go, I will put it on the chat box. Before that, do you have any questions? No? Anyone in Zoom? Guys, how are you all doing? Are you still following me? Before we do that, let's just take a quick attendance. Victoria, are you here?
Yes, miss.
Just unmute yourself, you guys. Zevanya, Billy, are you here, Billy?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Octavia.
Yes,
in the
miss.
house? Okay. Jeffrey.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Suaranya kecil amat, Jeffrey. Semangatnya mana, Jeffrey?
Yes, miss.
Thank you. And then we have Dave, William, Nathaniel.
Yes, miss.
Do I call you Dave or William? Dave, yeah.
You can call me Dave. Yeah.
Dave, okay. And then we have Netania. Morning, Netania.
Yes, miss.
Thank you. Who else do we have here? Do we have Delpio Lopez? Oh, the one that is unrelated to Jennifer.
Hi, Miss.
Hi. Maria?
Yes, miss.
Okay. David.
I'm here, Miss.
We have a Dave and we have a David. And then we have a Netania and then we have a Nathaniel. Nathan.
Yes,
Is that
miss.
easier? Okay. Can I call you Nathan or do you prefer to be called Nathaniel?
Nathan would be fine.
Nathan is, yeah, it's better, yeah. And then we have Lovando.
Yes, miss.
Lovando.
Yes, Miss.
We have Graha Manurung.
Yes, Miss.
Graha, okay. And then we have Vic.
Yes, Miss.
Anita.
Yes, Miss.
Zanadine. Zanadine, how should we call you, Zanadine?
You can call me Tarek, Miss.
Tarik.
Yeah, that's my first and last name.
I think that's better, yeah. Easier.
Tarek is my nickname.
And then we have Langit. Good morning, Langit. Is Langit here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, you're
Hello,
here.
Miss.
Hello.
Sorry, Miss. I'm using data right now because of the first media problem.
Okay. No worries. As long as
Thank
you're
you so
here.
much, Miss.
Thank you. Arshan is in the house. Hello, Arshan. And then we have Jonathan.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Vian. Hi, Vian.
Hello.
Hello. We have Sarah.
Hi, Miss.
And then we have Justin. Hey, Justin. And then we have Aurel. We have Stefanus. Kok Rian nggak ada sih? Rian namanya siapa? Jadi Stefanus Herbrian Wijaya siapa? That's you. Rian, oh, how did you get that nickname? It's so far off from Stefanus Herbrian. There you go. Okay, so you're here. And then we have Gerald. So we have a full house, all 24 students.
Oh, we have 24 students.
Yes. 24. So please remember your classmate's name. So it's easier for us to take attendance. So please now go here. They have lots of, so there's a sample video on top and then you can try directly using the data there and use it. So please go here. I will copy paste this on the chat box. Yes. So please go here and then please practice this first. I will give you some time, let's say 5 minutes to do this. Enough, 5 minutes? And then I can, oh kita masih punya waktu banyak ya? Yes, I was about to do the same, that's why I give you a break. So you can go to the toilet now. So I will give you 10 minutes to go to this website and look and work on it. I need a 5 minute break. I need to go to the restroom first. You too, yes, okay.
So in your CX, yeah, your application from BINUS, there will be a post test that you can do some answering several questions there. Yes. So let's have a look our current developments. We come to fourth industry revolution 4.0. So we have to know about intelligent systems, about the Internet of Things, data analytics, data science. Yeah. So we try to generate good talents in the coming challenges. Yeah, in the within 5 years. So the impact and challenges in industry 4.0, as you see here, AI, data analytics, yeah. And if you see also the about the field that are preferred by the next market jobs, is about the talents, the people that know cross-disciplinary. Yeah, it's on not only in one field, but you need to know more than one, just like BIS, yeah, business and information system together. And in the future, you can imagine the currency is much more on information and data. So you know about blockchain, cryptocurrency, etc., etc. Let's see about data science. This is a emerging, it's overlapped fields between different other fields. Computer science, IT, business knowledge is really needed. Also math and statistics. So let's move to digital business transformations related to digital technology and also about data science as well. We need to make a really adaptive, resilient, and smarter business. Yeah. So this is really imperative. Right now, we cannot build a business with in traditional way. Yeah? So you need to use IT into your business. Let's see let's see a video. Yeah. Let me reshare again because voice need to be activated. So you will see in this video about the new advanced technology that you will learn as well in BIS programs. So let's see this video. Okay, so that's about the digital business transformations. There are many technology from IT can be adopted into the businesses. You will learn about cloud technology. You will learn about IoT, Internet of Things. You will learn about data analytics and also the data mining. So beside that, you will have 3 certifications, SAP, NetApp, and Salesforce. Yeah, I put here because I have example from Salesforce. When you take the Salesforce certification, before that you need to take a training. And during the training, you try to develop a sort of business intelligence. Yeah. So in the early steps, yeah, about the business processes, about the how to create the decision makings, you start with Microsoft Office. Dr. Rain already give you some introduction about how to use spreadsheet using Excel. Yeah, so you need to be able to create a formula. You need to create some calculations. Excel is really useful as well when you do data analysis. Yeah, it's called data crunching, and this is also part of the data science, especially on data preparation. And then we can go further with enterprise resource planning. This is integrated information systems. Yeah, and normally consists of a number of module or departments in the businesses. Yeah, so just like sales and marketing. Inside the business, we have a CRM, customer relationship management. This is also Salesforce. Yeah, Salesforce is part of CRM, and there could have some manufacturing model, finance, supply chains, purchasing, etc. etc. And using these applications, of course, we can digitalize our business processes. So this is an example of business intelligence dashboard. Yeah, so you can have a map, you can have some histogram or bar chart, you can have some tables. Yeah, you can have some dot chart here. So it depending on the business needs, you can customize. Yeah, so that this kind of dashboard can be useful for decision making. You can imagine maybe CEO, yeah, chief executive officer, maybe from one big company, and he's being interviewed by Bloomberg or CNBC in a TV channel, and he's being asked about the company performance. He just use a tablet, yeah, with this kind of dashboard. Just click, try to find what is the answer of the question in real time. Yeah, the performance of this company can be retrieved directly using a small smartphone or tablet. So let's see about another application of dashboard as a command center. Yeah, and this example is coming from Salesforce. So here we go.
What if everyone in your company could stay connected to how your customers are engaging with your brand? The Salesforce Marketing Command Center provides real-time insights around every digital interaction. Your marketing, service, communities, products, and competitors, helping you monitor the health of your brand across all channels. Now, you can discover the topics that people are excited about. Listen to what key influencers are saying. See the top images that are being shared. And know what's trending and where. You can see how quickly your social customer service teams are resolving issues, monitor email campaign performance at a glance, and track the progress of all your one-to-one customer journeys. And since the command center can be easily set up, customized, and displayed on any screen, from anywhere, every team and every department is aligned and connected while becoming smarter and more predictive about every customer. Connect with your customers like never before with the Marketing Command Center from Salesforce.
Okay, this is the command center using a BI dashboard from Salesforce. You can see how much it is really useful, yeah, for decision making. So let's go to the exercise here, but before we continue with exercise, I need to give some brief theoretical overview about business intelligence. So before that, maybe can I ask some of you what is business intelligence? Maybe it is seen in here, but you know there is intelligence from United States, from Indonesia. Maybe you can connect with them. You can write down, or you can speak about what is a business intelligence actually. Is it the same type of CIA? Anyone? Sorry, let me close it, yeah, so I can see you.
I can try, sir.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
to be honest, this is the first time I've heard of the term business intelligence. Like you said a while ago, there are certain intelligence that are out there, like the CIA, FBI, let's just say. But
Yeah.
I guess if I were to get it from context, business intelligence is basically a repository, or a place where you store data, where you get data from, yeah, just like I said, and within this repository there's this form of analysis or statistics within it that will determine, hey, is this doing good, hey, is this doing bad, is the advertisement we set out on this channel doing a great job at actually selling our product, and so on and so forth. That's just my thought, sir.
Yeah. You're truly right, Fian. Thank you. So before you can build business intelligence dashboard as the part of the analytics, of course, you need to gather the data, yeah? Storing the data, and you need to have a data warehouse, yeah, from database management system as the OLTP transactions. You need to convert it to OLAP, yeah, online analytical processing. And normally you need to include also decision support systems, yeah, depending on the applications. Of course, you will learn also how to make SQL commands for querying, yeah, and generating the report, and also some statistical and forecasting, including data mining, yeah. If you want to include it, then you try to generate a so-called predictive analytics with the capability for predictions. So the main way of prediction, of course, you need to understand the past, not for only for human, but also for the computer. Yeah, computer need some data, historical data. How is the behavior of the sales in the past, and try to predict what will happen next week. Yeah. So that's the business intelligence, but also we try to understand the competitor. Yeah. So competitor is also the main part of the business intelligence. So on the left side, we call it OLTP, online transaction processing. You may have a database for product. You may have a advertising database, consumer demographic database. Yeah. And normally in OLTP, you can edit, you can add a new record about product line, about a new products. Maybe you want to change the salary for your employee, maybe, yeah, and many others. It's much more on transaction. It's just like you go to supermarket, and then you go to the cashier. Right now, the cashier can can capture the barcode, yeah, and then automatically detect the item information, and then including the price, and just enter the quantity, right? And in the end, after that transaction, that means the trigger is about the payment. If the payment is done, then you need to record that transaction into your database. Yeah, the stock should be reduced. Yeah, and the money should be added into into the cashier. Yeah? And of course, when you have OLTP, you need to convert this transaction database into online analytical processing, yeah, with the data warehouse. So in OLTP, in online analytical processing, you can answer like how many products sold due to TV advertisement last month. Yeah, there is effects of advertisement on the sales, yeah, after several weeks. If the inventory level drops by 10%, will customer shop elsewhere? Yeah, and also about some demographics, location of the customer that performing best for product A. That means the customer purchase product A, yeah, the best. That means buying a lot. Yeah. This is the business intelligence layer. We have a presentation layer on the tops that you can see from your screen. Yeah, about analysis, reporting, and under that presentation layer, you have a data warehouse layer. Yeah, this is a database management systems. You can use a MySQL, MySQL Server, Oracle, DB, Postgres. Yeah, there are many types. MongoDB, DynamoDB, and there are many types. And the source layer can be from Excel, can be from CRM department. They have a different database format, maybe. Yeah, it could be from the cloud as well. If you have data that is stored in G Drive, in OneDrive, yeah, you can make it as the source layer. Yeah, this is the previous BI dashboard. I have another one. Actually, this is a sales performance. Yeah, so you can have this kind of graph, a bar chart. Try to make the comparison between sales year to date and last year. Yeah, the performance and daily sales. Yeah, you can have it. And this is on the left side. There are many selections that you can edit, whether this is a division coming from domestic, international, or the region from Canada, from international, etc., etc. And this is for sales analysis. You can have total revenue by products. Yeah, you can investigate from here. So the longest bar here, actually the product group that contribute much to the revenue, yeah, which is the fresh vegetable. So this is make your life easier actually using this tool for decision making. Okay, let's go to more technical things. It's about BI cube, business intelligence cubes. We come up to more database a bit here. You know about Borg, I think. Yeah, a Borg from Star Trek, maybe I don't think so, yeah, because sorry, you are born later than this time, yeah. So this is Star Trek Next Generations. in the time of Jane Roddenberry, the author of this. So Borg is a sort of humanoid that live in this kind of cube, and normally they say you will be assimilated. That means you will be part of them. All information will be assimilated to you. So in data science, there is also data assimilation. If you type in Google, you find data assimilation. Yeah. So data assimilation normally used to improve your forecasting. So please remember about this cube and how is the similarity with this business intelligence cube. Yeah. Please imagine this is only 3 dimensions, but you can have more than 3 dimensions. So we have 2 terms here, measures and dimensions. Measures can consist of more than 2 here. For example, in here there are 2, yeah, and dimension in here we have 3. So in I think let's make it y-axis here. Yeah, the dimension y-axis is month. The attribute of your data is about month. So from December, maybe from January, February until December, and customer, another dimension. You try to merge all information about data of sales, yeah, and units sold within different dimensions. So customer here can be customer A, B, C, and etc. And the product item can be 1, 2, 3 until maybe 100. Yeah. So each cell here containing these measures. So if we start from here, if we take this, let me annotate, yeah. If we take this part, that could be, this is December, yeah, and this is maybe a customer Y and product 1, yeah. In this case, you have measure sales amount maybe 1 million, yeah, transactions, and units sold maybe in terms of units could be 100, maybe 100 pieces, something like that. So every cell has a value. Yeah, this is in 3 dimensions. Okay. So if you go to Click Cloud, later you need to make associations. This is the data, salesperson data, customer data, order data, product data. And then the association, you need to click one button actually. And normally it works good because there is artificial intelligence inside, but you can check it later as well. Yeah. By clicking these connections, you can see the whether the order ID is really connected to order ID in here, for instance. Yeah, I will show you during the sort of exercise and workshops. Okay, so we come up to this exercise. Please inform me. Have you done this part on creating Click Cloud instance or account? So you can let me know. If it is not, it's also fine. Maybe just inform me if just in case you have some issue creating this ClickCloud account before, or you haven't tried?
Sir, I
Yes.
I
Yes,
have
Pian.
I have tried downloading the extension. So it required me to create an account, but when I tried to create an account, they redirected me saying, hey, we're gonna send you an email on how you can progress with this download, but
Right.
but an email never came.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that's my issue.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, because Click is the company name, and this is providing business intelligence software on cloud. You can imagine cloud computing. Later you learn about that. So the applications is running in the data center, either in Europe, in United States, or in Asia. So in this instruction, you need to move your sort of identity from IP address, to another regions. Normally in United States, you can get more quota. In Asia, last time I tried, it's already full. So don't worry about that. I have some licenses. It would be enough for all of you. So I just created. I have all of your emails. BINUS email. I just take a minute to create invitation in your email. So by this time, please open your BINUS email.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Fian, for your update. Because I'm also wondering, maybe there are some update from Click, because maybe they try to improve this data center. And also in the meanwhile, I need to show you let me copy. So I copy the link in the chat box. You need to download the data. There are 4 CSV files. Please download them into your local drive. And also for the project, there will be a group project, a sort of exercise. You need to submit through the form. It's just like an advisory. You just create a link, so we can see your BA dashboard. I will show you later how to get the public URL link. So please download those data, and then I will tell you while I add your account here. So normally during normal conditions, without of course COVID-19 pandemics, we used to go for immersions, to Singapore. Last time we went to Singapore, and we visited Salesforce and NetApps, and also the Scroders. So in that times, our student also had a good chance to visit Singapore FinTech exhibitions and also conferences where Click also part of the organizer. Yeah? So you can imagine when you create this kind of applications, because you will have capability for that after graduations from BIS, then you can create something like this. And of course, yeah, if you see from the statistic from clicks, they can earn almost 1 billion. 1 billion. Yeah, almost 1 billion US dollar revenue per year. So I have invited you. Yeah, please check your email. Your BINUS email, yeah. There will be an invitations, and I think there is a button, yeah. Click start, get started. Or I think I mess up with this AWS. You need to click and then create an account, and then directly you can use it. Yeah. So let me show you the click send itself while you are downloading, etc., etc. Or let me log out first. So this is again, I show you this business intelligence project submissions. You need to put the complete names of your teams, of your group here. BINUS email, you type not only one, and also the URL. Yeah? You need to make the BI dashboard, make it public, and copy the embedded URL link in this field, yeah, and then submit it. So the data, if you click those link in the chat box, you find there are 4 Excel file or CSV file is also fine, yeah, if you want to have it. And the content is look like this. Yeah? You can see it from Excel or from spreadsheet, yeah, Google spreadsheets. So anyone can confirm me? Okay. Okay, there is some questions. Good. Maria. Okay. Maria is fine. Yeah, thank you, Maria, for this information.
Okay, sir.
Yes, David, which country do I pick for the registrations? From Indonesia, it's fine. If you follow this, my invitation, yeah, through email. If you follow the guideline from PPT, then you need to move to US, United States, or Europe. And also for Sarah, yeah. Okay, there's no any email yet, yeah. Okay, please refresh it. Okay, there is a confirmation from David, yeah. You have a click get started through email, yeah. You send me, and thank you. Okay, please, you should be able to create a new account, and from that you can have an email here. This is my email, but also you can create your password and then log in. So this is a kind of software as a service. Yeah, this is a term in cloud computing. So it's not like Apache NetBeans that you installed yesterday. Yeah? So the application is provided for you through the browser, and it is running in data center. So you don't need to install anything into your laptop or computer. Okay, this is the appearance of the main page of ClickCloud. Yeah, so let me overview. This is a start your journey. There is a journey. You need to start with the data. We have 4 Excel file data, yeah? And analyze sample data, how to analyze data and export the demo. This is the basic learning resources. And if you click start with data, yeah, you click it. There are 2 options. Data file, you can upload data file. For your case, you need to upload the data, yeah, like this. You just drag and drop from your Windows Explorer, yeah, or from macOS. You just drop to this area and then upload. There are many supported file types. It's not only Excel, but there are many others here. Just in case in the future you have your own business and then you want to have real-time data connections, you can select the second one. And as you see, there are many data type, data DBMS. There are many type here. So Amazon Athena, Redshift for data warehouse. This is a cloud-based mostly. S3. And for big data from Apache Spark, Hive, yeah. And even from social media, like Facebook. Yeah. And also the MongoDB for NoSQL, yeah, unstructured database. And from Salesforce, of course, from SAP, and etc. Yeah? From YouTube, Twitter. So you can connect them. So let's see the example. Let me drag and drop, but I have the data already uploaded. So for your case, that would be the first time, yeah? So before I start uploading my data, have you come up with this kind of page, yeah? ClickCloud page. Could you confirm me? Okay, Sarah, thank you. Okay, Jeffrey, for the second, for the last name, you can put a dot, yeah? So please remember, yeah, for the students letter, you need to take the certification exam. In the future, if you have only one name, which is the first name, please put the second last name or the last name as a dot, yeah? If you repeat twice, the proctor or the examiner will not allow you to enter the explanations. Okay, some of you do not get the email. Could you refresh? Maybe you need to check the spam or junk email.
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Since we're on site, we don't have the data or link that we shared in this Zoom.
Say it again a bit louder. Sorry.
Can you read
Data is, you don't have the data. Is it right? Is it your question?
Do I have the data that you sent us through the chat box? Because we're not in the Zoom meeting, so we don't have anything that we sent via the chat box.
Oh, you don't have in the chat box yet. Let me copy again from the chat box. I think this one. So please check the chat box. Yeah. Do you get it? There is a link there. Data and submission. Yeah.
Sir, I don't think they're in the Zoom call, so they can't receive the link. But I guess if they were to add you in your WhatsApp with your WhatsApp number, you can potentially send it there.
Can you access the chat box? I can see it.
Oh, okay.
They're not in the Zoom, Michael.
Okay, they are not in the Zoom. Okay, I see. Could you invite me in the WhatsApp, please? Okay, let me. Yes, that's my number.
Yeah.
Okay, and anyone do not receive the invitations from Click? Okay, let me. Okay. Can you get it? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Oh, Jeffersons. Could you type your BINUS email, please, Jefferson? Maybe from operations did not write your email correctly.
Sir Michael?
Yeah, please.
What should I fill for the company name?
Oh, BINUS email. Oh, BINUS University, sorry. Yeah. So.
Okay, thank you, sir.
It is actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The main information is about your email and your password.
Sir, may I ask who will be our group mates?
Okay, so for your group mates, actually feel free, but you feel free to choose here. But you have discussed with your group, I think, in the previous session, yeah, with Dr. Rain as well. So you can keep it as is if it is okay, but if not, maybe for FYP leader, yeah, you have a number in the end. ASN 05-1. Yeah, you can go to the group 1 maybe. Maybe FYP leader, I think Nicholas, or
Yes, sir.
could you determine the group?
Okay, sir.
Maybe there are some other project as well. What is the best?
I think you can use it based on the ASN number, sir.
ASN number, okay, that's great.
Sir, but ASN number, some of us are on time, which if we follow the ASN number, it will be distributed unequally, I think.
If I may add my 2 cents in, I think it would be nice to have a group that's with the project that we're already doing, the application project. Because I think I remember in the first day, Ms. Rian already separated us in groups based on the mobile application that we're doing. I think it's fine if we keep the same group for this project in particular. Question mark.
I agree with that.
Yes, feel free. Yeah? Maybe is it a good idea from here for all of you, or and from Nicholas as well? Yeah. Okay.
It will be all right, sir.
Okay. Okay. Nicholas, later please help me to create the breakout room later. Yeah, and also please assign to the right. Assign all the students into the right breakout room.
Manually is that they should remember their group, right? So they can go directly to their group, Michael?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
Sure.
better to break it out and then assign manually so they go directly to their group.
Yeah. I think before that, before you are jumping into the group, yeah, into the breakout rooms, I think sorry. So please do uploading the data first. Yeah, I have some technical problem here. The battery of my mouse dies. Okay, I hope it's working fine now. So you should have those 4 Excel file. Let me check Jefferson first, yeah, because he could not find the Excel file, the email file, yeah. Let me invite once again. Okay. Okay, Sarah, could you write down your BINUS email, please?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay, Jefferson, please check your email. And Sarah. Okay, Sarah, please check your email.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Please confirm me that you have received invitation email from Click.
I have received the email, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jefferson, have you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Sir Michael,
Yeah.
were you taking an attendance just now? My Zoom crashed just now.
I'm taking the attendance. Why?
Oh, nothing, miss. I thought Sir Michael was taking an attendance when my Zoom crashed.
No, attendance is by me, kan ya, Pa Michael?
Yeah. Attendance will be taken care by Miss Rain, yeah? It's okay. No worries, Kalangit. Which part you didn't follow this instruction maybe? Could you inform me? You need to check your email. There will be invitation from Click. Please create an account and try to log in, yeah, to Click Cloud.
Yes, sir. I've done that. I've done those parts.
Okay, please go on. So, okay, just a moment, yeah, just a minute. All right, so yeah, I just replaced my mouse battery. So if it is more automatics or more with this advanced technology, somehow you can face some issue as well. So let's continue to a bit of information regarding Click Cloud. This one. So you can have this for file. For instance, I download everything here, and then you just drag and drop. Yeah. So click data files. And then just a moment, let me find the data itself. So are you able to drag and drop? Yeah. It's simply drag and drop, and you can see your data into yeah, into your application, your click application. Yeah, you will see it in the bottom here, your data. So you can view all. In my
Yes,
case,
sir, can.
okay, good. Yeah, I have many data here. You should be able to have product data, order data, salesperson data, and customer data. Yeah, into your Click Cloud applications. The next step, you need to create apps. On the top right, you have Add New button and click New Analytics app. Yeah, and you can name it anything if you wish. FYP, for instance, for my case here, and then click Create. If you want to put additional description about it, feel free. You can type here and then create. So it will open the app. Yeah. And then you need to, for those who haven't uploaded the data, you can do it as well right now. Yeah. Or you can click data load editor. Because you have upload in your apps, yeah, you can data load editor. This is the editor. Is a bit of technical with this part, but you don't need to do anything for these times. Yeah, you just click load. And you may need to go data manager. Yeah, go to data manager on the top left for prepare in the stage of preparations, and then you can add the data. The data coming from let's see. Just a moment, let me add the data because I have, if you have a Google Drive, you can do it just and drag and drop here, or you have a data file. Yeah, you can open it. This is the data that you have uploaded in the front page. Yeah, you can select customer data, click it, and you see all the data here. Yeah, you see the same thing like in the Excel. Okay, you just click next. It will add the customer data in Excel. Yeah, so it's represented as a bubble here. You need to add all those 4 Excel files. Click again. Add it for customer, now for order. Okay, please continue. Yeah, order, salespersons, etc., until 4 table have been uploaded. All right. So this is the second. In my case, yeah, in my computer, is for order. So I will see to bubble here, to circle, and then select data files, salesperson, click next. And I will do as well to use the last table, the last Excel file, which is the product data. So now I have 4 already. Yeah. So, and you need to make associations, and this can be done automatically. Just click apply all. On the right side, there is a button, apply all. So I click it now. So this automatically create the association. So you can check from this link, order and salesperson. Order ID here will be connected to order ID. Okay, this is right. Yeah. And customer and order. Yeah. Order product and customer products. Yeah, it's also okay. And product and order is also fine. And how about product and customer? Yeah, customer product and product products. So this is all right. You can check if you want to edit it. It's also possible, or you want to drop it. You edit here. Click it. The associations you can customize. There are several buttons in the bottom here. Several buttons. Yeah, in the bottom side. So you can drag out, you can play around this bubble if you wish, and then apply all again. Yeah. Okay, for until this stage, can you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great. So next part, actually you need to create the BI dashboard itself. You have all the data already with some associations, and now you need to move the data. You need to move to the sheet, but before that, please don't forget to load data. On the right side, there is a button, load data. Your data is loading. Yeah. Okay, so if this successfully loaded, then there is a button in the middle, go to the sheet, yeah? Click it. So there are many options here. On the left side, explore the data, and there is a discovery using artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's also possible to use this one, or you just put some keyword using Insight Advisor. This is also intelligent using text recognitions. You just type maybe sales performance. There will be several chart or analytics will be provided for you. Let's see in the middle here. Just quick. Here, okay, there is ask questions, maybe sales performance. or just sale maybe. Yeah, so as you see here, if you type sales, there are several chart or sort of analytics. Yeah, maybe there are some predictive analytics also will be provided for you, and you can add it into your sheet. You just add sheet here. Maybe okay, this is a good. I want to add it into my. You can create a new sheet and name it here, or you use the existing one. Let me click my new sheet, and I want to add here as well, and this one, and this one. Okay, if it is so, then I click this one on the top. This is from Insight Investigator using Discovery. And now you can see my new sheet here containing 4, yeah, with the 3 map. This is a so-called 3 map. This is products with the bar chart. And this is called with the standard deviation, yeah. Bar chart with some quartile, yeah. And this is the information about total sales. You can modify this part using click edit, and then you can resize it. You can manage using resizing, moving to another part, make some additional space. And then I would like to create a map here. So if you want to do it manually without Insight using AI, you can do it as well. On the left side, there are some chart here. Yeah. So let me find a map. I think map in the custom object. Or yeah, not in the custom object here, in the chart. So I put it here. You just drag and drop here. Okay. Somehow it takes time. Before going to the map, maybe just go on the map setting. Yeah? You can have this kind of informations and add layers. Layer here could be area. You can have a point layer or density layer, chart layer, and many types. Yeah. Let's select the area layer. And in this case, we have dimensions. Okay, the dimension is country, I think. It's much more appropriate, I think. Select country. And you find it actually. Yeah. I think this is United States still. Yeah, in the Atlantic. Close to the North Pole, yeah. And this is the United States as well. And there is a small part of Europe, which is UK. So in your data consists of sales in United States and UK. Let's do some experiment again with a radar chart. I think radar is interesting, yeah. Radar chart in the custom object, yeah. You just move like this. Okay, you have two dimension here in the radar chart. Please remember, there is dimension and measures. So click the dimensions, maybe salesperson, yeah. I think salespersons, and another dimension is about product category. You just type category. And the measures is about order amount. You just type amount. And again, you learn in Excel as well. We have aggregation as well in here, sum, count, average, min, max. Do you know the difference between sum and account and count? Anyone can help me? Sum and count in this case. So sum, if you have order amount in the currency, yes, I think there is a okay, Klangit. So sum adds everything up, count tells the number of data, yeah, the number of transactions, the number of rows, yeah. So, but sum is the content itself, need to be summed up, yeah. So you need to have sum here. So if you have a sum here, you can see, yeah, the radar map here. This is a category, produce, seafood, condiment, confections, dairy products, cereal, meat. And you may see some different region, yeah. The wider the area, that could be the highest, yeah, in terms of sales. So this is editing mode. Please remember, this is editing mode. You can click done editing and you can play around here. Yeah. So I want to see produce, just click produce. I think maybe click this one, dairy product. Yeah. So the other graph will change interactively. Yeah. If I select together with a beverage, grain, yeah. So you can try to find information that are needed for decision making. For instance, you want to give some gift, yeah, to the top customer, to the 5 top customer, for instance. You need to find who are they. So, yeah. So this is the example, and you can click unselect here, yeah, to make it at the original conditions, and you can make it in the full screen, and then you click the right button here. Sorry. The 3 button here, more, and then exploration menu. Yeah. So this is dimension based on product category and customer as the second priority here. If you want to make customer as the first priority, you just again drag and drop. Yeah. Just move it up. You see different tree map. If this is the things that you want, you just click apply. And then resize it again. Okay. Any questions? Okay. I think can we go for, I think, short breakout room? If you can go to breakout rooms. Nicholas, could you create a breakout room? Nicholas, are you here?
Maybe I can help, sir. How many breakout rooms do you want?
Okay, Jason's is based on the digits in the end of the student name. There is a 1, 2, 5. Could you create a breakout room maybe until 5? Yeah.
Okay, 5 breakout rooms.
And then they can jump in.
There we go. Breakout rooms are open.
Okay, so please discuss what is the topic or the objective of your BI dashboard. This is about sales performance. This is about salesperson performance, or about the order, yeah, or the customer. You need to check it, yeah. Okay.
All right, not to close. You guys are wearing double mask, right? But still not to close.
This actually organization and then go on to wait, how many blocks do you go to? The problem is not a number with this. This is the first one for. Okay, this is the first one that needs to be added. What? Still. Where is still? Still. Okay, here, still. This one, right? Yeah. That's the key. I think there's that information. Yeah. Okay, still. And then go down, you scroll down, there will be the PIC. The map also. The map on the right. The grid. And the grid. What's the D? There's the map. You go back to the data manager. You go to the data, and then go back to see. Oh, what the refracted data and it's letting you go. Yeah, you're gonna have that. Let's give you the process. I don't know. No extra data. But go back to the top one, you should see data manager, right? Click on that, and then go back to. That's it. And go to the go back to the. Yeah. If you want to go back, just go to the. What are we doing? Oh, we should answer this. And the question is, no, I've done the question. But we're sometimes I think, how are we going to analyze the video? It's a group work. You're done with the question. And we need the data. So we need the data. So we need on the pattern that is allowed. What do we need for something? All the data. No, we don't. CS. Oh, yeah. What's the number? This one, without category for having higher skills in UK and non-United. Second one will be the best solution. Also that category is fully qualified best solution. Then, one is very important. You can answer number one. Yeah, because this all the skills that we take is lower than more or less than the other. But if there is the question, you need the answer, right? You need the answer. No. The question is on the fundamental course. EX, the introduction, fundamental business information system, number 4. Okay, the number 1 answer is not. It's not to get it. But we need to categorize it to the best person. People is the name of a salesperson? No, right? It's not a name, right? What is it called? What is something girl? You know something? I don't know. You can talk to it. I mean, you're the most expert.
What time is our class until?
Very hungry with monkey.
Yeah, I'm asking because I'm hungry.
I haven't eaten breakfast.
Oh, okay, do not do that next time. Please leave the house and take breakfast. Really?
Yeah. Just 2 hours.
Can you drink something like milk?
Yeah, I can, but yeah.
Because during this pandemic, you really have to get to be fit when you're going outside the house.
Yeah, true. My mom said this, don't go on a diet, bring this big, just eat whatever you
Yeah, exactly. Well, not eating everything at all.
want.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's better to prevent, right? And that's not healthy.
Sir Michael, are you there?
Mike, last time is here, but Michael is, I think he's jumping around the.
Okay, there's some.
Yes, please.
I want to ask, I mean, we want to ask, when does the assignment need to be submitted?
Right. The maximum is actually tomorrow, yeah. Not tomorrow. On
Where
Friday,
is it?
sorry. On Friday, but feel free, of course, if you would like to have an extensions by then. But we don't want to this exercise actually hindering you from focusing from your to your subjects by the 27th. So if you can please finish everything before the 27th, that'd be wonderful. Because by the 27th, we would like to start fresh, not being burdened unnecessarily by this pre.
Like, where do we submit it later on?
Right. We do have several submissions to Sir Michael and then to Miss Rain later on for the prototypes. So for the exercises, we do have Sir Michael's to handle that. However, for the prototypes, it will be on Friday. And then later on, we would need guidance from Miss Rain of how to collect that.
So we'll send an email to Sir Michael. No, sir, I already give us one.
Yeah. We do have several ways to do that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
And also, we wouldn't have the on-site class for Friday, right? Or we do?
On-site class, I'm very much sure we do. However, if you can please visit the student service just at next to our lab. So if you turn back and then see we have a room just to our left there. Yeah, that's the room there. And then we could visit that. And then hello, my name is Gerald. I would like to ask for BIS courses. Are we allowed to come to the university on Monday morning? Because I cannot see any schedule. I've confirmed this to our scheduling systems, and then according to them, it is an on-site meeting. Yeah, so I'll be ready with that on-site. Apparently, it's not in the morning. It is going to start by 13:30, 1:30. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, 1:30.
Yeah, 1:37.
Okay, 1:30. So we would have class from 1:30 until 5 o'clock. To my schedule, it is on site 6:31. However, you would need to confirm that to student service whether it is this week or next week that it is going to be on site. We don't know yet. They have their regulations because they don't want you to meet with other larger group as well. So we don't want to. We would like to spread the quantity of students within the university premises. So if you can please do so, that'd be wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Was that Justin? Was that Gerald?
Yes, sir. And me and Justin.
And Justin. Right. Thank you so much for the questions, man.
Yes, sir.
Stay safe, please. I know it's going to be hard because it is sort of fasting time, yeah, between breakfast until lunch for us on site. Well, we have I myself have been trained to do that for almost 2 years by now. But after this, if you can please immediately drink something, immediately eat something, yeah, because we would like to maintain our body level of immunity. I would give this back to Dr. Michael and Dr. Rain. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Let me give you some information about the exercise. Yeah, please, in the end of the PPT, you need to answer this question. Yeah, there are 4 questions. Which product category are having the higher sales in UK, but not in USA? Yeah, and the other one. Create only one BI dashboard that could answer all these things. Yeah, only one BI dashboard. And then last but not least, please remember, some of you maybe forgot to load the data. Yeah, please do load data successfully before you can create the sheet. Yeah. So in here, please on the right top, you need to click load data. Okay. Okay, if you have any very quick questions, maybe one questions.
Sir Michael,
Yes.
When is the deadline for this project?
The deadline will be on Friday, together with all presentations.
Okay.
I think at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Do you have to present this one too?
Yes. Only for one dashboard. Please submit your dashboard through the form. Yeah, it's already shared in your WhatsApp group. Before that, you can submit it to Microsoft form. And any other questions, please? Yes, Sarah, this exercise should be done in group. Yeah. And Vic, if you want to know about this exercise, please go to your PPT. The PPT is already shared, but also you can talk with your groups, but if it is not clear, you can contact me via WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay, I think this is the time to end our session today. Jonathan, for the submission, only need one person to submit. Yes, only one person, but please list the name of your team member or your group member here. Yeah. BINUS email and your group member names. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Jonathan, Fix. And for the student on site, please be careful. Yeah.